I guess you're wondering why I decided to take you on a trip today through the woods and fields of Spotsylvania. The tree line back behind me flows the Po River. And in this field, although it looks empty now and no historical significance, actually had historical significance because the people lived here at one time. First were the archaic people who lived in this field and other places around the county from about 8000 BC until about 500 BC. And how do I know they lived here? Well, they left behind some things um, that are not easy to find, such as this. I'll hold it up so you can get a better look. It looks like a spear point, doesn't it? Made out of stone, rock. And for many years, actually, I thought it was a spear point as well. Till I found out recently after reading up, it was actually a knife. And on this end here was attached a bone or a branch, attached probably with rawhide, and was used for slicing. One edge here, this edge here is worn pretty dull, whereas this edge here is still relatively sharp after, who knows, 5,000, 8,000 years ago. And before those people, before the archaic people, or actually after the archaic people, another people lived here in this field, and they were known as the Manahoc. And their nation stretched from what is today Ohio to about a little north of where Richmond is today. They were here from about 500 BC until probably about the mid 1700s. So both tribes, if you would, were here before Jamestown, certainly before Spotsylvania became a county, but certainly before Jamestown, before Christopher Columbus, and actually before Christ our Lord. And those people left artifacts in this field as well that I've uncovered over the years. One is another spear point, if you would, actually very nicely made, craftsman. And then another one is a smaller point, probably an arrow point. Um, Again, fine craftsman. Hold it so you can get maybe a little better look on it. See if I can aim the camera here. And these points were used for food to kill game. In this area were, of course, plentiful were deer and eastern buffalo. And those people fed on primarily those and small game like rabbit and squirrel and wild berries and um, wild uh, root kind of rhubarb actually was a favorite of their on their menu, if you would. Um, don't see much wild rhubarb growing anymore, but there is a persimmon tree just over the around the bend there, and it's certainly not an old persimmon tree, but that would have been a food source for them as well. Their religion is they felt that the spirits were in everything, all the animals, all the people, even the critters that crawled along the ground that we call snakes, in the birds, in the air, in the water. They felt that there were spirits in everything living and everything in their being. that were within their world. So next time you pass by a field or a wooded area, think about those people. Even though it looks like nothing happened here, there were no famous battles. There was no famous old house site. Um, and but Spotsylvania is full of history if you look for it. Have a good day. Hope you enjoyed this episode.